Wow, I look so pale. Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. Yeah, it's Monday, it's the 10th of Feb, and it's another week, which I can't quite believe because I feel like last week really just slipped away from me and I'm not quite okay with it. Yeah, so it's Monday morning, it's 7 AM. I have a hot chocolate. I'm very tired, as you can probably tell. Not quite with it yet. I've got to go to college this morning, so I've got a photo shoot to do. I'm bringing my sister and my mum with me, actually. My mum's coming just kind of to look after my sister, essentially, because she's younger than me. I mean, she's not like 9, she's 14. Yes, she's 14. She'll be 15 this year. I get confused about her age because I missed quite a lot of her birthdays in my lower secondary school years because I went on music tour and it was always the week of her birthday. Her birthday's the 15th of July, which is always the last week of the summer term, whereas mine's the 15th of December, which is always the last week of the autumn term. So our birthdays are always in the last week, and that was always when music tour was as well. So I think so she's like always 9 in my mind because I missed her 10th birthday because that was the first year I went on music tour. So yeah, she's just like permanently 9, so sorry. But yeah, she's 14. So yeah, my mum's coming with me just kind of to look after her, I guess. It won't take long, the photo shoot. Literally I just have to take one photo for my art movements, what would you call it, topic, unit. If you didn't know, I'm a photography student. Yeah, so I've just got to take one photo because I'm sort of recreating the Mona Lisa, because I've got to, like, for one, I've got to choose 2 pictures from history. I've got to recreate one and then reimagine one in a modern way, I guess. So I've already recreated one, so this is my reimagining. So yeah, it won't take very long. Honestly, the longest bit will be setting up all the lights because I have to walk all the way through to the other room, bring them all through, but bear in mind they're very big and heavy, so I have to bring them through like one by one, and then I have to set them all up, and I have to make sure they're connected to my phone, and it's a very long process. But yeah, hopefully it won't take too long, and I'll be back here well before lunch, hopefully. So yeah, I'm going to be leaving at 8 AM, we should be there just before 9, which is when my slot's booked, and hopefully it won't take any more than an hour. So we should be back here by 11. Anyway, I've still got to sort of pack my bag and everything, so I'm going to go and I will talk to you much more after the photo shoot's done and when I'm more awake as well. Okay, hello, it's now Tuesday. Yesterday really just slipped away from me. I went to college, like I said, I did the photo shoot. Honestly, the actual shooting took a grand total of about 5 minutes because I literally had to take one photo. But you know, it's like a half-hour, 40-minute drive depending on the traffic there, then takes like 15 minutes to set everything up. My sister had to get changed into her outfit, then takes like another 15 minutes to pack everything away. So, and then, you know, then we had to drive home again, so it was like another 30-40 minutes. So basically it was an awful lot of effort to spend 5 minutes getting one photo. But I got the photo, and that's the point. Yeah, so I think I was home by like 11, maybe not even 11, maybe more like 10:30, because like honestly we were out of college, like I think we got there about 8:30, but then bear in mind I had to go and get like my sister like a visitor's badge and stuff, which took a while. So by the time we were like shooting, it was like 9:15, and then we were leaving by 9:30, so it really did not take very long. So I reckon we were probably home by like something past 10, but then I really wanted to play Sims, and then I did nothing else for the rest of the day, so you know. I've actually just looked at the time and it's quite a lot later than I thought it was. It's 10 to 12. I have been playing more Sims this morning, but I have also been editing some photos. I haven't just been playing Sims. I have been playing an awful lot of Sims, but I have been doing other things as well. Like, well, I've been doing one other thing. I've been editing photos, but you know. To be fair though, these photos are taking a long time because I'm editing. If you watched last week's vlog, I did a lot of photo shoots last week, and so the photos I'm editing right now are the ones for the photography competition I'm entering. The closing day is Valentine's Day, so this Friday, which means I need to get them edited like soon, and they're taking a long time basically because I want to put a lot of effort into them, and they're also a little bit more complicated than just like your standard up your brightness and contrast and oh make this look all magic-y and oh maybe let's draw something like, you know, they're a lot more complicated. So it is taking me a while. I will have finished them by the time this vlog goes up. They'll be submitted and entered and everything when you see this. So I will insert them so that you can see them. I'm only about halfway through right now. I'm not loving them so far, but like I always knew that I wasn't going to love them. Like the point is not to make an aesthetic photo for these images. I explained it a little bit last week, but honestly I feel like I did a really shitty job at explaining it last week, so I'm gonna try again and hopefully it'll make some sense this time. But basically the prompt for the competition is through my eyes, which I thought was a great prompt, and I really wanted to do it even though I've got a lot of other stuff to do, because I'm autistic, and so I felt like that was a really great prompt for me so that I could try and show how I see the world, because like my brain works a little bit differently than everyone else's. So I thought it would be interesting and quite competition worthy, so I thought I'd give it a try. And my premise is that essentially I've taken 3 photos, so it's going to be a triptych. The middle one is sort of me sitting in the middle and then there's blurry people on either side, to sort of show that I'm like a little bit removed from everyone else who just goes about their life normally, if that makes any sense. And then the other 2 on the either side, they're sort of busy places, and then I'm gonna highlight people, things in red, that, because basically I just pay attention to everything on a much higher level, and like all of my senses are like amplified kind of, so I wanted to try and represent that in a photo. So to do that I'm kind of like, I'm highlighting like if there's a pushchair with a child in it, that gets highlighted in red immediately because I hate children. They scream, they cry, pushchairs get in the way, so that's like an immediate, this could cause an issue with me getting out of the way, you know. Old people are a big thing because they tend to walk really slowly, which is obviously also very annoying. You know, so that's the sort of thing that I'd like highlight in red, and then I'm sort of doing like a green path to show where I'd walk to get out of the way of other people, basically. So yeah, hopefully that explains it a bit better. I'm not loving how they look, but again, the point is not to love how they look. They're not meant to be aesthetic. They're meant to show the sort of day-to-day stress that is my life just by, you know, simply going to Tesco's, which most people wouldn't even blink an eye at. It has to be a very strategic, planned expedition for me. Yeah, so that's what I've been working on this morning, as well as playing a bit of Sims. I'm gonna finish doing that now. And then, I don't know, I've got a lot of other photos to edit, and I've also got a lot of other stuff to write. I don't think I'll be doing any writing today because I don't want to. That's it, yeah, that's the only excuse I've got. I just don't want to, so I'm not going to. I think I'll probably edit quite a lot of photos today, but these ones for the competition are my priority because that has a hard deadline. Whereas for college, they're just kind of like, yeah, whatever, as long as they're in within, you know, this decade, then they're like, whatever. Because, you know, like they said there was like a hard deadline back in December, but people are still working on Unit 1. So I'm like, is it really a hard deadline? No. So, you know, I don't have to worry about that really. Yeah, so my camera battery's gonna die, so I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna carry on editing photos. I'll see how far I get. I'll definitely finish the competition ones, might edit some other ones as well. That's probably all the work I'm gonna do today. And then I'm kind of hoping to finish reading The Hobbit today as well. Just, I don't know, because like I'm nearly at the end and I just kind of want to finish it. So yeah, I'll film anything that's interesting, and otherwise I'll probably just talk to you tomorrow. Okay, hello. It's now Wednesday. I feel like every single clip I've been telling you what day it is because I've only filmed like once each day. But yeah, it's Wednesday. I did exactly what I expected to do yesterday. Played Sims, edited the photos I need to, and then continued playing Sims. I did, however, finish The Hobbit. So, you know, I did do some productive things. Just also a lot of Sims. I'm going to save my final thoughts on The Hobbit because Well, I have a lot of thoughts. I think overall I did like it. I give it 4.5 stars out of 5. Yeah, I did like it. I did really like it. I think the story was really good, but I'm not going to tell you too much else because I'm planning on writing like a review of like the whole sort of The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings trilogy when I finish them. So I am now onto the Fellowship of the Ring. Haven't started it yet at all, but it's here and I'm going to read that next. So yeah, this morning, it's actually 11:05, which is much later than I thought it was. But this morning I've just been playing more Sims because honestly I really did not sleep well last night. Don't know why, but it was just a really bad night. It kept waking up and it was just not a good night. So I haven't been doing much, but it is actually a really nice day, which is incredibly rare for England at this time of the year, because February is usually like the worst month of the year. Because like I find like December's really nice. It's just cold and crisp. January, it tends to get like really cold in January, but less so this year. And then February tends to be really, really cold, as well as really, really wet. But it hasn't really been that way. Although, I mean, we did just have a storm, so it hasn't been that nice over the last few days, but the weather is actually really nice today. So we're going for a walk. Look at me talking about the weather like a true English person. Yeah, but my mum and I are going to go to a walk. We're actually going to go to the same forest that we went to last Friday. If you watched last week's vlog, we went there to do the photo shoot, the fairy tale one. So we're going to go there again because I really like it there. And we're just going to have a walk. And then we're going to go to the city and we'll go to Starbucks. Obviously, I've already had a Starbucks today as well, which is why I'm a little bit hyper. So I'm going to have a second one, so I'm going to be even more hyper later. But yeah, I've got work to do. I need to write the blog post that's meant to go up today. So yeah, I haven't been very productive over the last few days, but I have, you know, like the last few weeks I have been working very hard, so I think I deserved a little bit of a break. I also really need to answer my emails because as you know, I just glanced at them before I started filming this and I was like, wow, that's the backlog right there. So I need to answer my emails as well. Yeah, so I'm gonna go out and I'll probably talk to you later or maybe tomorrow morning. Okay, so I'm back home. I had a very lovely walk in the woods. It was a very long walk in the woods and I saw lots of doggos. So mood was 100% increased. Honestly, I love walking in that woods because like everyone walks their dogs there. Yeah, we saw so many doggos. I love doggos. I don't have any doggos because my dad's allergic. But you know, I'll have my own dog one day. What's your favourite breed of dog, by the way? I really want a Malamute. I know they're huge. They're like practically wolves. But I love big dogs. I really, really want a Malamute. But you know, maybe one day. Yeah, anyway, my mum is out with my sister at the moment, so I think I'm just kind of gonna settle in my little den behind me, which I still have not taken down. I put it up, I think, like 2 weeks ago now. Yeah, I really like the den, and also the heater that is usually there is really ugly, so I'm not that keen to put it back, you know? So yeah, I'm just gonna chill in my den. I am gonna put Lord of the Rings on, like, on my PC over there, even though I can't actually see my screen. I am getting a screen put in, like, sort of on the wall. It's gonna be on, like, a... What do you call it? Like an arm thing, so that I can, like, fold it away when I don't want to look at it. But it's going to be like opposite the head of my bed, if that makes sense. I'll show you when it gets put in, but at the moment we still need something to, like, you know, play the movies, because we have a screen, we have an arm, but we don't have like a... I don't think it'll be a DVD player, but like a Fire Stick or something. I don't really know. I'm really not very good at TVs, if I'm being honest. But yeah, because I want to be able to like sort of sit here or sit on my bed and work on my laptop whilst being able to watch something. Because at the moment I can sit over there and work on my PC and watch something on my laptop, or I can sit over here and work on paper while I watch something on my laptop, or I can work on my laptop while I watch something on my PC, but I can't sit over here and work on my laptop and watch something, if that makes sense. So basically I'm getting another screen, but I don't have one yet, so I'm going to put Lord of the Rings on anyway and just sort of listen to it in the background, because I've watched them so many times. I think I only watched them for the first time like at the very end of last year, and I think I've probably watched them all. Bear in mind these films are like 4.5 hours long each, and I think I've watched all of them like 12 plus times or something at this point. So yeah, anyway, that's like completely irrelevant. Basically I'm just going to sit here and chill for the rest of the evening. It's actually 4:30. I have been playing a little bit more Sims, and I think I'm just gonna kind of chill and maybe write a blog post. I got a few like projects I'm working on, might start a few of those, and yeah, might even do some college work. You never know. I'm just gonna chill basically, and I will hopefully start the Fellowship of the Ring before the end of the day, and I also need to have a shower. That was a lot of information, and I don't think I said that in a very concise way, but gonna sit here and work while I kind of half watch a film and need to have a shower and read before the end of the day. That is the general gist of the rubbish I just said. So yeah, I'll talk to you later. Okay, it's Friday now, and I've literally just made a very last minute decision to go to Starbucks this morning. It's 20 to 8 in the morning. My mum's going to Starbucks just to get something from my sister before they go out later. So I was like, you might as well drop me there, because if I stay here I won't do anything. So yeah, I'm going to Starbucks and I'm going to attempt to get something done. I need to write the blog post that is meant to go up today. Yeah, I will explain more when I get back, because I'm like leaving in like 5 minutes. So I need to go put my shoes on and stuff. But yeah, basically I just haven't been feeling great the last few days, but I will explain more a little bit later. Okay, it's now much later. It's 2:10, which actually isn't that bad. Yeah, I went to Starbucks because, I don't know, like the last few days I've just been feeling really unmotivated and unfocused. Because like I've been working really hard the last few weeks. Like if you watched last week's vlog, I was so busy. I've just had a lot to do, a lot of projects going on. And like narrative, that's my current project at the college. And it's quite a big task, and it's one that requires a lot of planning and prior thought, which I don't really do. I just kind of jump into things and go, I'm just going to make it up as I go along, which is kind of weird because like every aspect of my life is planned because I'm autistic and I don't like to change the plan, but at the same time I'm still very spontaneous on some things. I think the key is that I'm allowed to be spontaneous, but no one else is allowed to be spontaneous. That's kind of the rule. But you know, so like it was a lot, and then of course I actually had to do all the photo shoots, and they were all like bigger shoots in general, and there's quite a lot of editing that goes into it as well. So like I was just really tired, so I've been kind of taking it easy this week, but then like because I wasn't really doing anything, I felt really unmotivated, and I was, you know, and now that I've finished most of my projects, like I've still got a bit of writing to do for them, and it's half term next week, so I'm like, I don't really have any deadlines, like I don't have to do anything. But yeah, it wasn't really making me feel that great, so I kind of like, I went to bed yesterday with the idea in my mind that I was going to spend today like starting some of my own projects and picking things back up, so that's what I did. I got up and I still just kind of watched YouTube and chilled, but then my mum went going to Starbucks to get my sister a Starbucks anyway before they were going out later. They did like a pottery class. I think it's a bit weird, but you know, they like it, so that's fine. So yeah, I was like, oh well, you know, you can drop me and then I'll walk home afterwards. So yeah, I went to Starbucks, I wrote a blog post, then just kind of faffed, did a little bit of planning, and then it got really busy, so I promptly left. I did actually paint my nails when I got home. I don't know if you can see it, it's actually quite a similar colour to my skin tone. I'm so pale. But it's basically just like a sparkly pink. I haven't painted my nails in months. I don't think I've painted them like since before Christmas. I just can't, because like last year, like when exams ended, I used to paint my nails like every week, because I was kind of just relishing in the fact that I could paint my nails for like the first time in my life, because obviously like I wasn't allowed nail polish at school. But then, I don't know, it just became a lot of effort and I was like, I can't be bothered anymore. But I painted my nails, even though I don't really think you can see it, but yeah. But then I kind of just, like, my mum and my sister have been in and out a little bit, so I've just been editing a few photos. Yeah, honestly, just kind of editing a few photos. I like had, but like the thing is, like I couldn't film it because like I was editing while I was taking footage off my camera, so you know I can't film when my camera's plugged into my computer. So which is quite annoying because I think it would be cool to film it, but like I can't. Yeah, so I kind of like, I haven't been doing loads today, but I've been sort of easing myself back into work after kind of feeling a little bit crappy the last few days. And now I think I'm just kind of going to read for the rest of the day, because I think I mentioned earlier in the vlog that I finished The Hobbit. Not going to talk too much about it because I still think it was a little bit weird. Overall did enjoy it, but I'm going to write a whole blog post on that. So I'm on to The Fellowship of the Ring now, which I haven't actually started yet. I know it looks like I have, but I haven't. That's just like where the actual book starts, because there seems to be a lot of, like, there's always a lot of like explanation around these books, I think. Like a lot of the first chapters is just like a note on this edition and things like that. Because basically Tolkien's world is very complicated, because he like made his own language and stuff, which is like dedication. Yeah, but I really want to like pick up the reading pace now, because you know, like I'm halfway through February and I've technically only read one book. I mean, everyone reads at their own pace, but not last year but the year before I actually did really well with my reading. I read almost 80 books in a year, and it made me really happy. I really enjoyed reading every day, and like I've kind of done it this year, but like not as much. So I really want to get back to sort of really sticking to that, because it did make me really happy, and it also meant I got through books way quicker, and I have an awful lot of books to get through. So I'm really basically just going to read this for the rest of the day. I might write a blog post in there somewhere, might not though, and I'm just going to see how far I get, and I think I'll probably spend most of the weekend reading, if I'm honest. I may vlog it, I may not, haven't decided yet, but yeah, I want to get through The Lord of the Rings. I'm not really going to say that I want to have them finished by the end of Sunday, because I feel like that's a little bit ambitious. But I would like to have them finished by the end of Sunday, because I know that I'm fully capable of doing that. When I was 12, I read The Mortal Instruments. Bear in mind that's 6 books long. I read all 6 of them in 2 days. And also bear in mind, because I was 12, I wasn't allowed to stay up late, so I was only reading from like 6 AM till like 6 PM, because then I had to go to bed. Yeah, so like I essentially read all 6 books in 24 hours. Which is still, I think, my greatest achievement to date. So I know I can do it. I just need to sit down and focus. Yeah, so I'm literally just going to spend the rest of the day reading. I think I'm going to like close my curtains and put my mood lighting on a bit. Because, I don't know, I just feel like it. Basically. Yeah, so I'll talk to you a bit later. Okay, it's much later now, as you probably tell, or maybe not, because I think I might have had my curtain closed earlier, but it's 7:20 now, so it's much later. I have literally just been reading. I did go and talk to my mum very briefly, just like generally, because I was a bit bored, and then I got back to reading. So yeah, I've made quite a way through the Hobbit, no, The Fellowship of the Ring. I'm tired. I know it's only 7:20, but I have the energy levels of a toddler and I'm ready to go to bed. Yeah, anyway, I've made quite a good way through the book. I'm on page 87 and like the words are really, really small, and also like I don't like, you know how some books take you longer to read, and it's not necessarily got anything to do with like how many pages are or how big the font is. It's just like how heavy the text is, if that makes sense. Yeah, but it's like it's more of a slow reading book, and also because it's high fantasy and like the Tolkien's world is so complicated, you really have to, like, you can't just skate over all the lore, you know, like you have to read it all and like understand who's who and what relates to what. So it's taken me a little bit longer to read, but that's fine. So that has literally been all I've been doing today. And it is now the end of the day, which also means it's the end of the week, which is ridiculous because I feel like it's like barely Tuesday, but apparently it's Friday. So that's the end of the vlog. This week hasn't been really hugely productive at all. I've barely done anything. I spent Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday pretty much only playing Sims. And I don't know, it hasn't been the best week for my mental health. Like, nothing drastic has happened. I was just feeling a bit meh, if you know what I mean. But I feel like I picked it quite, like, back up quite well today. You know, I got up, I had a slow start, but then I went to Starbucks. I have got some things done. I'm feeling more motivated at least, and I have been reading for quite a chunk of the day, which is quite impressive because often I don't really feel up to reading. I think there's actually a storm due to come in this weekend, so I won't be going out this weekend. I will be safely hiding in my room. So I'm hoping to read quite a lot of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, so I might vlog that. I haven't decided yet. I may just scrap that idea and play Sims. You never know. I'll tell you in next week's vlog, but I may film this weekend as like a reading vlog, since we're kind of going to be trapped in the house because it's going to be really windy and really rainy, because there's a storm. So, you know, we had another storm like only last week as well, which is, it's really, I hate it when it's like really, really windy, because there's like a bush like here outside my window, and so it hits against the window all night. It's really annoying, but anyway, yeah, so I may or may not film like a readathon this weekend, depending on how I feel when I wake up in the morning, essentially. But yeah, that is the end of the vlog. I hope you enjoyed it despite me literally not doing anything pretty much this week. Yeah, I haven't really done anything productive, but then I have been very productive over the last few weeks, so I think I deserved a little bit of a break. And I think because next week's half term for me, so I don't really have that much college work to do. I do have a few evaluations and things still to write for the narrative project that I've just finished. But other than that, I'll kind of have the week to do blog post. I might be able to film a video or two. I would like to film at least one other video. But yeah, we'll see. You'll have to subscribe and watch next week's vlog if you want to see that. But for now, that's the end of this vlog, so I hope you enjoyed. Like it if you did, subscribe to see what other stuff I get up to next week and in further weeks, and whether I survive the storm this weekend. I should do, because actually where I live, we're never really affected by storms other than the fact that it's really windy, because we live on very high ground in the UK. So like if we flood, then like the whole country's flooded, so we're kind of safe here. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and I will see you next week.